debating what to write about, trying to figure out what it's all about. Existentialist, am I worth anything or just a scout? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
That was great sounds of Watson with Outside on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, New Haven. Myself, Preston, with my partner in crime, Long Island raised, Elm City made, EZ BlueZ is in the building. EZ BlueZ, you're better with introductions more than me. Who do we have with us today on the program?
Ladies and gentlemen, if we had no places for artists to play, would we have artists? If we had no one to believe in our dreams, would we be able to move forward? If we had no one there to support us as we continue to go forward and show our art, would our art even exist? These are questions we really, truly need to understand. And here, actually in Middletown itself, there is a place that will not only give you a stage to play, but an interview section to have a conversation, to show who you are. And for that alone, I want you to give the biggest round of applause. Not if you're driving. If you're driving, please keep your hands at 10 and 2 because we don't need any accidents. But mentally, round of applause for the fantastic, the amazing, the crew from one of the hottest places in Middletown, Connecticut. Hot Rod's Lounge is in the building. Welcome, Benvenue. And can we get a little introduction on who we have with us today?
Hey. Well, I am
Reverend Love Daddy.
Yes, Reverend Love Daddy, and this is Hot Rod.
Hey.
How are we doing today?
Welcome. We're doing great, and it's a blessing to have you guys, on the show today. We want to really pull back the curtain a little bit and let people know, what it is at the Hot Rod Lounge, because it's a bunch of different things, from the phenomenal food to the actual incredible. To the absolute incredible stage that you have there, to now having also this interview section where you're dealing with the artists on an upstate basis. What made you decide to evolve into this aspect?
Oh, gosh.
Hit them with it, Hot Rod.
It's a big question. Well, we have a music studio. I have my love for music. I sing. I do a lot of different things with art. And I just kind of combined everything here. I've got Reverend Love Daddy, who is a phenomenal musician as well, and his entire team on his band is what really inspired me to push you here with me. So I put the show on pause for a little bit, and then there's no places that really actively do what we do for original music. So I don't want to crap on everybody else, but people are trying to do so, but I like to think it's a little bit different than what we do. So we're here to platform, to broadcast, and to support and
Educate.
Education is a big one for us. Yeah.
Like one of my major roles on the show with Hot Rod, she brought, because I have such an extensive musical background. My job is more to, when I talk to the artist and when I listen to them perform, I give critiques.
Right.
It's true.
You could do better. Here's how your sound can improve. Hey, maybe take a breath in this verse instead of that verse.
Right.
If they need help with songwriting composition, I can help with that. BPS is doing a whole workshop where we get artists in front of microphones and studio and work. And get the kinks worked out. We have a Thursday show that we do here that literally gets musicians right up on stage to work the creative process, from to middle to finish.
Right.
We do an open musicians jam on Thursday. It's been about 6 years running. It started at the Green Jungle studio, even before BPS merged with Green Jungle. We do it over there on Monday still, but here it's a little bit different because now it's on the stage to the public. It's open to the public. This place turns into a music studio. Everybody plugs in wherever they are, and it's musical double dutch is what I like to call it. We don't do covers. You just plug in and ride the wave of music, and we just make music. A lot of people come in. I have a gentleman. I'm gonna plug Dan Armstrong. He's new here. I didn't know he was new. That's how many different faces come in. And I was like, hey, you're going to get back up there? He's like, oh, I gave my bass to someone else. I have musicians that leave their instruments here, their amps here.
Oh, wow.
it's really huge, and I know they're coming back because they're learning and growing. They jump on other instruments they haven't played before. They do things, genres they've never done, and to me, that's really the movement of everything.
I mean, I've shown up here on a Thursday, as being a reverend of love. I'm usually out spreading my message everywhere. But I actually can show up on a Thursday, and I've actually got up on stage and done in some. Matter of fact, one of the tunes that we created on stage is probably going on my band's new album. So
Nice.
Okay, nice.
yeah.
All
So
right.
we actually my drummer and I were who actually hosts the Chuck Peterson actually hosts the show on Thursday. I got up with, I can't remember the guitarist's name. I can't remember.
Alex.
It was Alex.
Alex. He's been with us for a very long time.
But Alex was up on stage. Chuck was up on stage. There was
Cool.
a bass. I think it was Nathan.
Nathan, yes. He's the big supporter as well.
They were playing something that just sparked something in my head, and I instantly walked up and on the spot wrote something.
Yeah.
Right.
I thank God there's recording. And if you were a musician, if you recorded something here, we have tapes of it. It's there, so you can go back and grab it. So I was literally able to go back, grab it, revamp lyrics. So that was, when you're doing stuff on the spot, you going, you're trying to make it up right away, and I'm like, that didn't work. Let me just change that one word. That was good, So I was able to send it out, and hopefully the fellas and
I get it. I totally get it. You're a reverend because you love to teach. You love to inspire. That's why you're a reverend. And that's why you're Reverend Love. I get it.
And it's funny because the camera is showing the light to your face. So it's like Jesus is coming down to your face and you have risen. So I love this.
Yes.
And you're wearing white. So it just feels so appropriate right now.
The beard, the everything, man.
Everything.
The smile, like you just show like, oh.
I've been waiting for this moment to halo on you guys. Waited. Like I was chomping at the bit.
This is meant to happen.
On the phone. I'm like, hey, what time do I need to be there? What time do I need to get you? What's gonna happen? And she's like, shut up. Shut up. Pick me up and shut your mouth. Just
That's
come
right.
get me.
We're such a big team. Meanwhile, I'm bed still clothes from yesterday. And so to bring it back to what you were saying about creating, I have a salt shaker over there. I have like little papers of lyrics, and it invigorates me. And I'm bartending with a wireless microphone.
Oh, wow.
On the bar. People are coming and going from other jams, open mics, whatever, just to get in for a few minutes. So it's a constant movement. There's no change without movement if we just keep it going.
That's true.
Right.
We
That's
do
so
our
true.
show every Wednesday where we do, Dustin was talking about, we do platform, give an interview. We did it with Shane Penguin, which I was so excited.
Shane Penguin, man.
Nice.
Shane Penguin.
Can I say we talk about Shane Penguin probably every other episode?
Oh, nice.
Penguin come back. Shane Penguin.
When Shane Penguin come back? Because you
30th.
You and I, we're going to have to do some sort of collaboration.
That's cool.
I'm down. I'm always down.
Hi, welcome. We're open. Come on in.
Oh.
Well, there's no
I love
stop.
the multitasking.
Right.
I love it.
See, that's one of the most incredible things there is, not only is it this almost, I'm not going to say living room for musicians, but an incredible jam space for musicians to be through there. But this is also, it has a restaurant aspect of it. It obviously has a bar and these different things, and it's continuously functioning in all these different atmospheres. How are you able to balance all of that? You just said you carry a wireless mic behind the bar with you.
Tequila. No, just kidding. So it's my life. It's everything I believe in. Children are superstar musicians. They just don't know it yet. They're tinkering. My teenager, who's going to be 18, just said to me, would it be okay if I went to college for music production? Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my daughter graduated from college for sports, and she's doing music in Boston. Like, it's just everything we do. TV production, artistry. I've got someone that just walked in, actually drew me a picture in 30 seconds last Sunday.
Wow.
Like,
Nice.
Wow.
it's just a melting pot to be comfortable in your own skin.
Oh, definitely.
my movement is Beautiful People Society, and it's for the beautiful mind.
Ooh.
We are not going to be put in this little box to where we've got to work 9 to 5 and we have to do this and we have to do one thing at a time.
Mhm.
Our brains have tentacles and they need to be in all this creativity, and we need to keep moving.
Yeah.
So we offer that.
And it's what keeps you alive too.
Absolutely.
And
Definitely.
there's so much stuff that's like that happens here.
Uh-huh.
There are things in the works, bigger,
Yeah.
better coming for the BPS Talks, Hot Rod Spotlight Lounge.
Yes.
Mhm.
I know their Rotary Club is going to be working here. They're doing an event here at some point.
So also March for Education Foundation, we do a lot of charity work. I'm the president of March for Education Foundation.
Okay.
We're giving away bikes to the kids.
Oh,
We're bringing
nice.
for free workshop during the summer for the, so they get to do any of the instruments we have, any of the workshops we have for free.
Okay.
There's so much.
It's sometimes it gets a little crazy. There's like I get emails and texts.
Right.
I'll be actually doing work.
Uh-huh.
And like, hey, can you make this flyer? I'm like,
right now,
oh God, let me at work. Let me make a flyer. Bless it and send it out.
I love Daddy. That's great.
But we can agree it's organized chaos, right?
Yes, organized. Nice. That is a great way to describe it.
My planner says chaos coordinator.
If you can actually look in her planner, like I've looked at her planner. Jesus Christ.
Ooh. It's a lot.
I've only messed up one episode.
Only one episode.
In 6 years. Yes. One episode.
That's awesome though. Like, see, that's the whole thing is this, the show has been running for 6 years. You know, these different events that you've been going has been going on for 6 years, and you're really building this incredible foundation to go forth. Now, as you are building this foundation, are there any particular ways you want to kind of like fine tune? Because, you know, this is your guys' story. Tell us as much or as little as you want.
Absolutely.
We would love to, and I hope I'm not speaking out of turn. We would love to put this on like a national platform if we could.
Oh, nice.
We're on the right path as far as getting the acts in. Obviously we want to promote locally first.
I've got
of course,
Maine.
right. Yeah.
To me, I didn't tell you. I've got Maine and New Hampshire. People have heard about our show. They're trying to come down. A lot of people, though, are invigorated from what we're doing. And a lot of people, this is something we should set, because we're always talking about everything that we do, someone tries to do it or do it better, what have you. We want that. We support that. Do your thing. Sal Peasy for To Be Blunt's podcast. We air that on Thursday during before Jam. Like, we're supporting another show here in the studio. He's a local artist as well. He's a rapper, but he has his own podcast, which is nothing to do with what we're doing here, but we air it and we support it.
Of course.
Speaking of national, there's a gentleman that contacted me and told me flat out, he's like, your show invigorated me. I want to do it on a national level. So he's interviewing bands on a national level, and he wants the show and the label to be a guest on his show. So it's the movement is happening. We're doing this, and we want everybody to come here. We'll go there. We do on location. It's supporting your local artist. It's mastering, giving back. You don't have to spend money. You share. Like you did, Dustin. You invited us here. This was a big for me. I love it. Thank you very much. We want you back on the show as well.
Shane Penguin.
Yeah. Gotta bring the penguin. He's been talking about the penguin ever since. And it's just I love covers. I love cover bands. I'm not trying to. I have to say crap. I'm not trying to crap on these cover bands, but do it your own way. And by the end of this year, we plan to be all originals. And original whiskey a go, do your thing, except for we pay for our bands, no matter who they bring in. And that's like a big thing. It's about the music. It's not about, I make my own food here. I do my own home cooked recipes. I do everything to take care of the music as well.
Okay.
It's not a gimmick. It's a very authentic musician's hall.
So yeah, that, like you said, man, we want to take it. We want to be bigger than what we are now. But like,
of course,
one of the main focuses is obviously getting the local acts in here and giving them. Most bands and I know this, and I'm sure you know it from experience as well, Dustin. Look, we just don't have a platform to go out and play. We're either going out to pay to play, which let me get my point. Bands are either paying to play or getting underpaid for what they do.
Right.
You want to do is provide a platform for, hey, you know what? This is your starting point. Get your fan base up. We're gonna pay you to get this, that, and the third done. We're gonna give a mini showcase to show everybody what you can do.
Right.
It's gonna be on Facebook. Invite your friends. Invite everybody. Get them to share this.
Wait, we gift. Yeah, we do 20% off reservations when your friend comes in.
Exactly.
Audience. We give away a free tab. We actually do
We give
pool
Free tab. Okay.
We pull it all. We pull one out. Someone gets winner chicken dinner.
Hold on. It's only free if you get here.
Right, exactly.
You can't win.
I'm happy you picked that up. I'm happy you picked. I'm happy you picked my brain. I'm happy you picked my brain, brother. I really am.
We do live music 6 days a week. We plan to do it 7 days a week. Hi there. Welcome to the Spotlight Lounge.
Nice.
That's how it works. Come on in. We'll be right with you. So we've got lots of things going on. We've got the Sunday brunch, Sinatra Sunday with Taylor James.
Oh, cool.
We have every other week he has a backing band, but it's kind of a collective of musicians. We do open stage sometimes, so if something is, we finish everything at 11 o'clock. You got to turn the knob. We do all of our bands are done by 11, so after that we stay open. It's open stage. No customer comes in here without their instruments, and they're waiting for a moment to get the open stage. We have a full back line. We take care of everything. And we don't have a stage kit. We have a real drum set.
There's a real drum set.
Yes, you do.
Drum set ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, we've got. I feel so bad. We are open right now. This is so good.
No, we love it. We love it. We love the multitasking, consistency. Like this is what the show's about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like without the people that are walking in the door, we can do some of the things that we do. So we appreciate everybody being patient.
Yeah.
But like I said, bands getting here, giving them a platform, giving them an arena to truly showcase what they can do. Tips, tricks on how to get better. And if you're really good, Shane Penguin, you get to come back again.
3, 4, yeah.
Thaddeus Black, we get to come, we get to always come back, and those guys are the catalyst. Shane Penguin brings an opening act, Thaddeus Black,
That's for the next one. We've actually got this incredible group, Trashing Violet, coming through. I can't wait. And actually, I really want you to meet Marisa, because she runs Rock Mommy, and it's an incredible internet magazine. So I feel like you two will connect on a really good level and help build it up. Because I'm very much a facilitator of introducing people to people, and because I love the scene. As you're sitting here and you're talking about some places that have reached out. I just thought about this today. I mean, we get reached out all the time. We're coming through, we want a show in Connecticut or something like that. I'm just going to start hitting you up. I'm not just, I'll just start hitting you up and we'll start doing stuff like that. Cause like we just had Milk Street out at Stella Blues, phenomenal show. Actually, and they're from Maine. We've got Jay Hill wants to come out. He's from Cleveland.
Yeah, right now.
So yeah.
My halo getting brighter, but with everything you're saying, right?
Yeah, I see it. Your halo just keeps glowing. It's like
we have a couple. We called out all the punk bands. Remember, I was coincidence that he came through, but it was at that same week.
Yep.
So we've got a lot of up northern New England coming down. Please reach out to us. We would love to.
Well, did you hear what happened since we've been on?
No, what?
We actually won the New England Music Award for Best Punk Band of 2020.
Nice.
Which we don't even consider ourselves a punk band, but it's fine.
Funny, everybody asking me that, I go, well.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you know, the next evolution obviously is you're going to be going for more of a wider scope and a wider thing. What are some of the steps that you want to talk about that got you here?
On
Ooh.
WNHHLP 103.5 FM New Haven, myself, Preston, and my partner in crime, Long Island Rays, Elm City made EZ Blues. Will continue. Go ahead, Easy.
Yeah. So what are the steps that got you guys here, and what made you say Town is where this is going to be?
Well, I got stuck here. But you know, the music brings me everywhere, and Middletown is actually huge in the arts. So we work with Wesley, and we do a lot of stuff locally. It's a melting pot. It's like I said, my East Coast whiskey a go-go. This is the spot, and I bridge the gap out to the West Coast that way. Otherwise, you know, they get kind of lost in the story.
I would love to make this like the whiskey a go-go, the new CBGBs. I want this to be.
I was just about to say that. Oh my goodness.
I want this to
I was just about to say that too.
You
like you took the question from my head. I'm happy and jealous at the same time. Continue.
I want this to be the new CBGBs. I want bands coming here to, hey, we heard about this place. We want to get started. Here's what we do. Get up on stage. Let's see what you can do.
Right.
We really steps that were taken have been running steps that we should have done, walking steps that we should be running, and baby steps that we should have started at to begin with to get to the walking steps we're at now.
I have calculated every moment appropriately, and everything is great.
Yeah.
But we are in a truly really good spot now, especially with things like this happening.
People are understanding.
People are understanding what we're trying to do, and it's I get nothing but compliments on.
That's good.
So, hey, we saw you. Like I got people calling me. I'll be walking down the street. Hey, wait, you're Reverend Love Daddy, and I'm like,
so that so last night I had customers, or 2 days ago I had customers on my Spotlight Lounge. I mean, the Spotlight Stage show, and they were like, "Oh, I follow you on Facebook. I watch your show," and I was like, "What?" Like, I would have thought this in particular person would be watching. That was really great to see the. You don't see it on the statistics or whatever the way it really is.
Right.
So things like this, like you said, really make a difference.
I literally come in here a couple of days, like on off show nights, and just be sitting minding my own business. Hey, you're Reverend Loveday. I watched the show the other day. Oh, great. I mean, or hey, aren't you with that band? I'm like, yeah, I saw you at Hot Rod.
Hey, there you are up there. So we air all the shows constantly here. We don't have sports on the TV unless it's a major event.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, but that's what we do. Our TVs air the shows that have been every week on Wednesday. We re-air it for another week. The old shows, we have 3 TVs where we just support and support and support. It's pretty great. I love it.
Support's awesome, bro.
You too.
So
see, I love how you spoke about the Super Bowl, because that's actually, I think, is really a next step for you guys. Is next year's Super Bowl, you have a Super Bowl, and then during the halftime show, you have your own Super Bowl halftime show.
There you go.
Have our own halftime show. I would love this place to be the Prince show, the Michael Jackson show, the Usher show. By the way, I think we're the 3 best Super Bowl halftime show ever. And not necessarily in that order. I won't give my order because I don't want to offend anybody. Prince. But it was, those are.
It's always Prince. It's always Prince. It's always Prince.
Agreed.
Always. But yeah, so those are the things that we truly want to get to, and we're actually closer to them than we think. One of the things that we always could use are obviously sponsors. I mean, where you got to pound the pavement to get those sponsors to come out to believe in your cause and say, hey, here's what we're doing. Here, let me show you our perspective of how it works and how we get things done. And just getting those sponsors on board with us, that's always a great thing too.
I next time we come through there at the end of March, I'll sit down and I got a couple of ideas for sponsors for you guys and different ways to go about it. Because instead of also looking at it as sponsors, you can also look at it as advertisers. You guys are running like a network. So, you can have, the auto bodies part shop down the road, the local auto bodies part shop that doesn't
Right.
get any set type, that can't afford, $10,000-$15,000 worth of advertising. You can have them for like $1,000.
Exactly.
Running advertisements, through you guys, and where you're almost treat it like your own I get public service or something like that.
Yeah,
Your own PBS, your own public broadcast system.
There you go.
So there's other ways that you can sit and you can grow that, and I think that'd be like perfect for you guys in particular.
Absolutely, that we got to do that. Stuff like that is always the we can't do anything without the help of the people.
Right.
BPS has always been for the people, by people.
Mhm.
Really political.
It sounds political, but that's how a true symbiotic thing will work. I can't do the things that I do without a platform to do them on. The people that need a platform can't do anything without a platform. So we're kind of it's one hand
Exactly.
the other.
Our goal,
Well,
our interpersonal goals, other than the movement, is to be doing music 24/7.
right.
It's not just about making it somewhere on a platform bigger. It's about just wholeheartedly doing the music 24/7.
Well, I'm going to be doing it 23/6. At least 1 meal, 1 hour sleep.
It's not. It's a nap. It's a nap. It's not an hour of sleep. It's a nap. And even Da Vinci took 15-minute naps every 3 hours.
There you go.
So that's how he got so much accomplished. But one of the things that I do find so super super interesting is you guys start out as a bar, kind of. When you look at the thing, you start out as a bar. What made you transition to this full spectrum?
It was always planned to be full spectrum without even a hesitation. I wasn't even in the beginning stage of what this was, and I knew what this was going to be before it was. And when Hot Rod, or better yet, Rita, when she came to me and said, "Hey, I want you to co-host with me doing a show at mine."
No, I said I want you to be my host. Yeah, I'm gonna co-host.
He's like, "I want you to host it, and here's the format. Do you remember what we did?" I go, "Yep. I want you to do that in my spot now. This is another spot." And I said, "Wait, the Green Jungle? No, we're not doing it there. I've got a whole new. We're gonna food, beverage. It's gonna be a whole to do." And I went,
"Okay,
all right." And here we are. So right from day one, I knew what this spot was. And she's calling me every day. "Okay, we're 2 weeks out before we're ready to go. Just be ready. I'll send you some paperwork on what I want to have you say." And I'm like,
never sent it.
it's like, I'm calling her a week later. "Hey, I never had that paperwork." "Oh yeah. I'll get it to you today." Nothing gets sent. "Hey, we're 3 days out. Like, I still don't have anything. What do you? Just show up, and
just do it.
Just do it.
That's the thing is there's no pre-planning
well,
no, there's no pre-planning in a sense. Like, we keep having these plans to plan,
Right.
he's
plan.
I'll give him the band and he does his dirty work, but like, that's it. Like, it's just.
I think I surprised you, Dustin, with some of the stuff I dug up on the.
Yep.
Yeah. But it really is just, it's always been here. I did it years ago. The goal has always been to support. So I gotta back it up a little bit, I guess. So my children are ADHD, as well as probably all of musicians. But I don't believe in taking medication for it. So we find ways to use our skills and hone our interpersonal gifts and talents. So that's basically where it originated from. And we opened up all these different platforms. So the show really is just to open the world to what we're already doing. Like Sunday, we have a residency band with James Germana, and he brings in different music Monday. And then Tuesday, we do open mic comedy. So that's the one day we don't do music, because it's still an artistry, and it's grown into something phenomenal. We're not having these big showcases to bring in people. Majority is comedians, and they're practicing and they're doing their thing and they're molding it and watching them grow from it. So it's the same thing even with that. Every craft that is that it's not a hobby for these people, you know, or for us. And I think people need to know that. They need to have
That's the one thing I've always told a lot of musicians when they come here, and
Mhm.
they go, "Well, yeah, we're, this is our, we're, doing it for fun." Kind of. I go, no. If you're making a song, if you're taking time to rehearse, you practice. That's a job. Yeah. If you're spending 4 to 5 hours of your day practicing your craft, buying equipment for your craft, going out promoting your craft, even if you only do it once every 3 months, that's a job. It's something that you want to do. It's not really a hobby. Hobbyists don't spend millions of dollars, and I can tell you, I've spent millions of dollars, and I count the equipment, I count the gas that I've spent, driven to get to a 20-minute gig to get paid $100 for the entire band.
Yeah.
It wasn't not just me, the entire band.
Yeah.
And
it's a big band.
And hopefully get another gig in another. Oh, you guys were good. We'll see you in another 7 to 8 months. Searching high and low for the next gig. I actually remember the days when music was my primary bread. That's how I earned my money.
You know what? You just made me think of too. One thing that we're doing that I didn't plan to do is other restaurant owners and lounges are coming in here to support Miel, but they're also going, who's this band? Who's this band? And we're sending the bands to them, and they're booking the bands. And that's that I think it was always a war of bands for these lounges that I've worked at. I used to bartend, so bartending at places I remember it was a big war. Oh, you're playing over there, well, we want you over here. But we're doing the opposite.
It actually, I think one of the things, like, COVID changed so many things. Right. And one of the things that it changed majorly was the war of bands a little bit. It's not such a war anymore. It's like, I remember having to sign a service agreement with some of these bars that if you're playing here, you can't play down the street or in this area for 2 months.
Right.
Play here. You're under contract to us, and we don't want you taken away from our, like, good Lord, how, you're taking food out of my mouth, because there's another place that plays music right down the street that I'm going to be playing next month.
Right. Well, see, and that's one of the key things, because if it's done right, yes, you shouldn't play the spot next door in the same week. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But if it's done right, you give yourself 2-3 weeks, a month at a time between playing different spots. Like what we try to do is we try to play twice a month, but we try to play, once in New Haven and once out of New Haven, in that month aspect of it, because that makes more sense. We being able to rock and roll with that. And that's also being responsible as artists. As artists, you do have a responsibility. Okay. Yes, you want to play every show humanly possible. No, it's true. We need to say the word. we need to say those words, because like you said, it is a job. It is we do have these responsibilities to make sure that each and every time we're giving the best show possible. And that's not just the show on stage. That's the show that you've done promoting up until the point. That is the show that you've done trying to bring heads through. And I have gone as far as running up and down a road the day of a show and been like, we're playing here right now. We're going to be going on in about 10 minutes. You all should be coming in here, different type of aspects. That's all the good show, and that's really all the work that needs to be put in there. That being said, it's a completely thankless job, and the industry hates all of us. But sans all that, it's a beautiful thing.
That's the plan. There's a movement, and we're doing different things.
We want it to be a thankful job, not a thankless one. I mean,
I like that. I like that a lot.
Going back to your point of like promoting for a show, I actually remember I was performing in a bar in downtown Hartford. And I don't know if you guys remember the buses that go through downtown Hartford, like they used to have a little tour bus that showed.
I do remember.
Actually, wireless mic out of the bar onto the bus, singing. This is before I had any type of in-ear monitor, so I'm keeping time in my head, hoping that I'm not out of beat. bringing people off the bus into the bar.
Yep.
They're coming. They're like, wow, this is
Mhm.
great. I went into someone else's bar,
Mhm.
and they're like, they were doing. It was a DJ. It was okay. Like they're like, this is great. Do you do this all the time? Yes. Sign up. Let's go.
That being said, you're all under warning. I have a wireless mic now.
Yeah. I saw that. Like,
You need a wireless mic. We were watching the show the other day, and you were whipping around the cord, and I literally went, "That's the cord that doesn't work anymore."
Yeah, it's my fault. It's 100% my fault. But
Donations. We want sponsors. Telefunken we called out as well. Like, bring it on, because everybody's using our backline. Everybody's using our stuff. I've got a $2,000 phenomenal dobro over here that is broken because everybody use this stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
They're not toys. Use them, play with them, don't put them in a box. So anybody that has, someone had just said to me, "Oh, if I knew that, I just gave them all away." I'm like, bring them all down here.
I actually just inherited an acoustic bass.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Nice. That being said, attention all musicians, all the stuff that you are no longer using, make sure you bring it down to Hot Rod's Lounge. Once again, bring that down to Hot Rod's Lounge.
There you go.
Also, I will tag you guys in something that I saw. There is a practice space that is closing down.
I saw that.
Yeah, I will tag you in there because I think they have a whole bunch of different equipment and some cords and stuff like that. You might be able to get it on the low. I don't know how low, but you might be able to get it on the low.
That'd be great. We're also, speaking of which, we are also opening our studio venue down the street. We have 4,000 feet of recording studio, but it's also a performance space. We're renting it out for rehearsal, so anybody there at that space could utilize that as well.
Nice. And that's one of the key things is being as full service as you guys are, because you guys really are that full service. Like I almost expect there to be, a Hot Rod zine coming through, and I almost expect there to be, the best of Hot Rods, every year, sitting there and doing the editing and all that kind of stuff.
Hot Rod Spotlight. Yeah, Hot Rod Spotlight car wash is coming soon too.
Yeah,
so be ready for that.
There you go.
Tournaments,
there you go.
Oil wrestling shows.
Oil wrestling.
We have a lot of things going on. It's the BPS movement, it's Beautiful People Society. So bpslife.com is our website where you can catch all the things that we're doing. We do band merchandise. We make the t-shirts, the logos, the promotional items. Anybody that's been on a show gets a ridiculous discount for that. Anybody that supports and comes in, we give that as well. It's low cost for everything we do. We do photography. We do the video production. I just worked with Jason.
That's what I'm saying. Big things are coming.
BlueZ Productions. If you go to UCast Studios at BPS Records, we are doing a promotional class as well as opening the studio for podcasts and shows like ours as we move to the video next level. Got some things on I don't want to put it out there yet, but on TV as well as your live stream shows that everybody's paying for and doing, we'll be there, and then we're gonna open the studio.
Just know that we're gonna be dropping some darn good stuff. That was the hint. We're gonna be dropping some darn, and if you don't want to, Hoover has a dam, but we're gonna be dropping some darn good stuff coming soon. That was the hint.
That's awesome.
That was the hint. I don't know if you caught it.
No, we caught
it. It was caught. It was caught. It was thrown. It was caught. It was
perfectly
executed. This is perfectly executed. Now we're hearing a whole bunch about the future and what you guys are doing now and different things like that. But one of the key points really is, Rita, your story is incredible. And to have the opportunity to tell your story, that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to push for this interview, is because I feel that if more people knew your story, they would also fight a little bit harder and be able to get their own dreams accomplished. So let's take a little bit of time just to jump into your story a little bit and how you've decided to be, the bad rock chick that you are. And
right.
Yes, that was...
I appreciate that. Where to start really is the thing that boggles my brain right now. I've lived nothing but trauma and horrible, horrible things all of my life. And you know, my brothers as well, and we all have a different outcome and a different story. But everybody's trauma is their trauma, and it's very severe. So those who can't do teach, people used to always say, and I was like, that'll never be me, because I will always be able to do. And then, you know, you find yourself in spots where, you know, life has its way with you, and you've got to realize that it's not your plan that you have. So I found a way to make my children and make it about myself as equally as I possibly can. And when I did that, I realized that I wasn't alone. There's a slew of people in the exact same boat as me. I brought my business plan, I remember, to Chamber of Commerce, and the planning and zoning department said to me, how many people helped you with this? And I was like, I was pregnant and bedridden. I was bored. It's just how my brain works. But he said I rewrote the Chamber of Commerce. And that's what like really made me see it on a different level, that this could actually be what I mean it to be.
What you needed to be on WNHH LP 103.5 FM New Haven. Myself, Preston, Easy Blues. Rita, my apologies. Continue.
Thank you. Don't apologize. We love support, and everything you're doing. So we're with that. So yeah, so for me, I mean, it's no way to really sum up that except for we're doing it. You know, they say if you build it, they will come. It has nothing to do with that. You know, we're just doing it. I'm very grateful for the support. I want the business. I want this to be my income. So don't take that the wrong way. Please come eat my food, drink my food, play music here, do everything. But, you know, at the end of the day, that might be my downfall, because it's really just about doing. I want everybody to not be a starving artist. I want them to know that what they're doing makes sense. What I'm doing makes sense. What you're doing makes sense. She needs a pencil over there. She should be drawing right now. It's just always happening. You know, my daughter did the same thing. She sat down. I thought she was ignoring me. I was yelling at her, and she goes, here, and made a portrait of me. I was like, damn it. Like, it's just, there's nothing
She
wrong.
still got grounded, though. I just saw it.
Well,
you know, I'm an advocate for mental health therapy and using your skills, and dialectical behavior therapy is the backbone of all of this. You know, I have a friend that David Putterman from Beck's band, he had Michael J. Fox had, oh my God, forgive me, Parkinson.
Yeah.
And he was a good guitarist. He couldn't guitar anymore. He started drumming, and it actually reversed his Parkinson's. So, and to me, I was like, yes, this is what I've been saying. When my stepson was in the hospital and his brain was doing things, we invigorate. Oh, I had the doctors are playing music, and they weren't doing that before, you know. So just it's hard to answer. That's a tough question. My story, it's so all over the place. But if you come down and you see me in action, it's perfect. And you know.
No, I know, and that's one of the key things is I love that, and I love how music is the whole and the true answer. I mean, I'm someone who's read, you know, music, the Brain and Ecstasy 1.5 million times. It's one of those things that I've fully did, you know. And for our listeners know that when my youngest was having his open heart surgery, I convinced the nurse that he needed to have a radio by him at all times, and he was only 2.5 weeks old at the time, you know. And now he's gonna be 15 if I let him in August, you know. So we have those type of things are totally in common. What advice do you have for those that are starting out? And I know we just gave the just do it, and that one is the one that makes the most amount of sense.
I've got an answer too.
Come down to Hot Rod Spotlight Lounge
Yes.
at 544 Main Street in Middletown, Connecticut. We'll sit you down. I stopped cooking. We're not even open right now because this is so important to us. We stop
nice.
what we're when I meet everybody, we have intensive conversations. My son said to me, he's 9. He said to me, we were full bar, full lounge. And he goes, oh, he gets off the school bus here. He goes, oh, Mom, this is great. Is there anybody here you don't know? And you'd have a customer. And I was like, dang. Yeah. But I know all my customers now, and that's what we do. So It's really a collective of getting out there and putting yourself. Don't sit in your room and play video games and make music on video games. Don't say I'm not as good as you guys. Come down on a Thursday. I had a guy play the keys that never played it before, and he got a standing ovation after jam because he goes, I didn't even know I could do that. Neither did we. We do it. You know, you just got to put yourself out there, be a part of everything. Don't judge yourself like us singers do.
Let me tell you, my advice is don't be afraid. I can literally say that for being in the music industry, and I'm about to 30 plus years I've been in the music industry.
Since you were 4.
Yeah, there you go, my man. So I've always been afraid to give my original things to, you know, my bandmates or this, that, and the third. In this band, I literally gave them a piece of material that I had been sitting on for probably about 15 years. And finally got probably one of our most lovable tunes on the album that, like, most people come, hey man, I listened to this one song. That thing is great. I'm thinking to myself, geez, that's been sitting in a drawer collecting dust don't be afraid to put it out there. Don't be afraid to put it out there. Don't keep working on something trying to make it perfect, because it's never going to be perfect for you. But that message will reverberate perfectly for someone else.
So I got
That's a Reverend Love Daddy right there.
he's a DJ, a friend of mine as well, but I remember he was a mailman at the time, and he was spinning in the basement, you know, as not as good as he wanted to be. I pushed him as hard as I could because he was amazing, which it supersedes him now. However, I had this, you know, we're always doing something. And it was 7 years after I knew him, he called me, I go, what are you doing? He says, I'm stuck. I get this thing, and I literally texted him, bop, beep, doop, dop, 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 and he goes, that's exactly what I know. I've been doing that in my head for 15 years, you know, and it couldn't fit into anything I was doing. So we've all this stuff, and when you get here and you meet people, things happen. Bands created, songs are made.
Do not be afraid to collaborate. That's always been my Achilles heel. Like, my stuff is my stuff, and I don't want to share it with someone else, or like I'm afraid what they're going to judge. Share it, because they may give you an idea that you weren't thinking of. Like, as soon as I gave my idea to my guys, they went, "Oh, what if we did this modulation instead of that?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, that's what I've been missing. That's it." And you know,
stimulation. There's no change without movement.
There is no change without movement. And right now, our producers are telling us it is time to be pulling the curtain of change to move on to the next aspect. We just want to give this time to you guys, promote everything. How can people get in touch with you? How can they stop by? You know, how do they invest it further in Hot Rod's Lounge and your guys' awesomeness?
This has turned into my office, so I'm here 24/7. It feels like, but we're open 11. We close at midnight. Allegedly, you know, the music tells us when to go home.
There you go.
You can anytime. You can go to bpslife.com. We have Instagram, Hot Rod Spotlight Lounge, BPS Records. You can reach out to me personally on Facebook. I mean, there's so many avenues that you can reach us.
If
you can call the lounge, 860-788-2568. If you ask anybody, they'll know how to find me.
Yeah. If you can't get a hold of her, get a hold of me. My email, LordJackson69@gmail. Lord,
send us stuff. Send
stuff.
us your ideas. Send us your music. We reach out personally to everyone. We don't have anybody that does it for us.
I'm on Facebook at Purcell Jackson. Just right on Facebook, PERCHELL Jackson. You can reach out to me on Facebook, and I can definitely get a hold of Hot Rod. If you got an idea, send it to me. Yeah. I'll send it to her, and we'll get you rocking and rolling.
I do have 300 missed text messages, but they always get it. So yeah, call me.
Most definitely.
Yes, but 544 Main Street in Middletown. We are always here. There's always something going on, and if I'm not here, they'll find out where I am, and I'll come right down.
Rita, Reverend Love Daddy, thank you so much for being part of the program. We appreciate you very much. Myself,
thank you.
Most definitely, myself, Preston, and Long Island Rays, Elm City made, Easy Blues. Thank you, everyone.
Wondering what to write about, trying to figure out what it's all about. Existentialist, am I worth anything or just a scout? I don't know.